We are in the building. We have a special guest today. The special guest is Quencie Thomas. If you guys haven't done your research, you don't know about Quencie. Quencie been out in these streets way back since 1998. You know, I ain't gonna tell my age, but she's been out there. She met Whitney Houston. It was her dream. She's always wanted to meet Whitney Houston since way back in the day. We have her as our special guest. Me and my partner here on YouTube, Rolynn, has been always wanting Quencie to come on the show. She could have cussed us out, but she didn't. She said she was nice, and she just said, "Okay, yes, I'll come on." And I just love that. I love that about her. I love her spirit. Her spirit is beautiful. She has love in her heart. You could tell just by the interviews and the red carpets that we see here on social media. So welcome, Quencie, and thank you so much. We do have a special treat for you. So
what? We do. And Quencie, may I say this before we get started?
Yes.
Me and Fine were talking about this, the interview. Thank you for being a real one and for not. I love your interviewing techniques because Fine asked me what I said. Hey, I love how you are genuine with people. You don't Shanghai people like some well-known people that we know that interview people, get them on their show and embarrass them,
Right.
And that's what I like. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, thank you.
You're genuine with people. You're not trying to embarrass people. When you're interviewing them, they feel that love and they reciprocate that love to you.
Thank you so much. That's like the biggest compliment you could ever give me. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
We are similar in a lot of ways and how we treat people, how we, like to love on people and remind people of their qualities.
Exactly.
You are good at that, and I noticed that in your interviews. You did an interview with Mia Campbell. You were very positive to her and inspiring her and stuff like that, and I just thought that was beautiful. You did it to Whitney. You did it to Mia Campbell. Just a lot of people that you interviewed. So.
Well, I feel so blessed. Oh, thank you. Well, I feel really honored. I see the light and the greatness in people, and that's really all I want to connect to,
Right.
Yes. Lucinda Baxter says, "Hey, Finest Wine, happy Sunday. Hey to you, Lucinda, always a good supporter here on YouTube."
Nice.
We're gonna have our mods drop Quencie Thomas's link and also Rolynn Review's link. I would really appreciate that. We have the links down below in the description box, and we have a special treat for you, Quencie. So let's go ahead and play that.
Oh, okay. I'm excited.
You enjoy.
Exactly.
What's up, Don? What's up with you? How you doing? Welcome in.
I want to thank you for taking the time out to meet you.
Thank you for coming.
Oh,
really?
Thank you. So
I'm so happy to have a friend like you.
Friend, thank you.
This is Quencie Thomas, who reminded Whitney that she's not a fan, but she's a friend. That right there always stood out for me ever since I seen Quencie doing the interview with Whitney. And I seen her on several red carpets as well. I've followed Quencie for years. Me and Lynn did. Me and Lynn were discussing that we wanted to meet you, Quencie, and just chat with you and, embrace you. All the love that you show Whitney, we want to give all that same love back to you. Quencie, we really love you over here. You're so special because you're able to dig deep inside within someone and find that quality and remind them of that quality that they possess. If they may have forgotten about it or, need to be reminded of it, you remind them of their qualities, their attributes, the good things that are inside them, the love that's inside of them. You remind them of that, and that's a good quality of yours. And I just want you to know, me and Lynn both want you to know that we see that. And keep on doing what you're doing. We support you. We support your movement because you're a beautiful spirit, a beautiful soul. And you guys got to do your research now on Quencie. After that Whitney interview, she went on to be one of the top interviewers in the entertainment industry. Today, she has her master's degree, and she's making moves out here in these streets. One of her first celebrity interviews was with The Brat. The Brat happens to be one of her first celebrity interviews. She went on to interview Whitney, Jennifer Lewis, Faith Evans, Kirk Whalum, Shanice, Eric Benet, Salt and Pepper. The list goes on. She lives by that interview, learning about the person before you meet them, before you initially meet them. Do your research. Learn about that person. That way, they'll be comfortable with you. They'll be comfortable to have a conversation. You guys, she gives interview tips on her Instagram. Go follow her. We'll put all the links below in the description. And Quencie, we are not a fan. We are a friend, just like you told Whitney. And we embrace you and love you over here.
Oh,
exactly.
You guys gonna have me all.
Okay, I did neglect to tell you guys that Quencie is like a little singer here on YouTube. She is really belting it out here with Jennifer Lewis. She hitting them alto, soprano notes and everything. You better sing, Quencie. I don't want nobody fucking with me in these streets.
I absolutely love Quencie's interviewing techniques. She humanizes everyone that she interviews. She's also genuinely interested in their lives. She's done a research, so she knows the correct questions to ask. She does not Shanghai her celebrities, and try to embarrass them. I love that. And I feel that's why Quencie and Whitney hit it off so well, because Quencie's a real one, just like Whitney's a real one. So that's why they connected so effortlessly. They didn't have to work on it. It just happened like instantaneously.
And that's it.
Oh my gosh. Thank you guys. I'm all misty-eyed over here. I'm like, Quencie, who is that?
Okay,
Thank
but
you so much.
did we have our facts right?
Yes, absolutely.
That's
yes,
you all
did.
day long, baby. All
Listen,
day long.
I appreciate the love that y'all even watch my interviews. I appreciate it all. Thank you.
Watching you since
That's right.
98. Stop playing. I'm not gonna tell my age. I'll be telling my age. So
It's all good.
I was born in 98. I'm just saying.
Right. It's all good.
But we'd like to thank you for everything you did for Whitney. Number one, we felt like she needed more people like you in her life that who truly loved her, like you. We know you did. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Thank you, guys.
Quencie, I really appreciate, because it's just so unfortunate. I told Fine, after I read Robin's book, I mean, I went through the whole gamut of every emotion, and I cried. I was angry. I was ready to kill people. I mean, I was just, and if she had more people like you know what I'm saying? People, genuine people who cared about her, she probably would have went down a different path.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I read Robin's book too. It was a really great read. It was like it wasn't the best. Like I think it was. I've read all of the books, but that one was my favorite. That was my favorite.
Yes.
Yeah. She's another one who you could see that really loved and cared about Whitney.
She did.
Oh yeah, absolutely,
and was ready to beat up somebody because of her Whitney.
Mm-hmm. And probably did. Okay.
Just saying, she was ready to beat up somebody. Come on a whole radio show and beat up somebody about her Whitney.
That's right, with Whitney. Yeah.
And the rumors were she was beating up Bobby Brown too. So.
Oh Lord.
Hey, Robin had them hands now. Robin had them hands.
Right.
I bet she did.
I love Robin. Robin is a cool, like you said, real one. Robin's a real one too. Like
so, Quencie, you met her?
Oh yeah, I have. Absolutely, I've met Robin and I've spoken to her on the phone before since Whitney's passing. Yeah, she's like, but the first time I met her, I was 16 when I went to my very first Whitney Houston concert, and and I knew who she was because I got the tour book. I mean, first of all, I was a fan, so I knew that was her friend. But I got the tour book. I saw all the dancers' names and Robin, and I look up. And right where my seat is, catty corner was if you go to concerts, how they have the mixing board.
Right.
And so they were all standing around there, Whitney's dancers from the the Welcome Home troops, like those dancers on that stage for that show.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they toured with her with I'm Your Baby Tonight. And so they were standing over there along with Robin and Ricky Minor. And I came with 3 other girls from my basketball team. And I was like, I'm about to go over there. They're like, by yourself? I said, absolutely.
Oh, wow. I
And
know you was.
so my mom said one fits everywhere. So I left and went and introduced myself to Ricky and introduced myself to Robin. And they was like, how you know us? I said, excuse me, I'm the #1 fan. Of course I know y'all.
Better recognize.
And so Robin was nice. I tried to get to meet Whitney that very night. And she was like, she's my friend, but she's also my boss. And some famous dancer, Barishnikov, he was backstage, at the time. So I said, okay, well, if I can't meet her, Robin, what about some T-shirts, some merchandise, something?
I mean, something.
She came back with 4 shirts too. She came back and
wow.
Yeah, she gave, I really didn't want to share them, but I did with my friends. She gave each of us one. Yeah, it was so nice.
Right.
So someone in the comments say, Quencie, Whitney was my girl. I used to work for Pastor Winans.
Oh, nice.
Whitney through him.
Nice. That's a great way to meet Whitney, through people that she loves.
And she loved her Winans, boy.
She loved them Winans, all of them. Okay,
Yep.
BB and CC at the front, and the rest of them behind.
That
was her people's.
Yes, and I believe BB Winans made a whole book about his life with Whitney Houston. So
yes,
he did.
He did the Whitney I Knew. That's what it's called.
Right.
Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Did you realize that when you did the Fanatic video back in 1999, 98? That people became fans of yours as well after that interview?
No, I didn't.
And started following
because
you?
I wasn't on the internet. I wasn't on the internet like that, so I had no idea.
Right.
Did you ever have any people ever come up to you saying, hey, I seen you on TV or that interview?
Just during that time span, just like the year that I met her, like, when it aired, because it kept airing and kept airing. So the people in my hometown, and I think I flew to New York one time and somebody recognized me, but it was just during that time where it was on and being repeated. But after that, no,
Right. So what is your all-time favorite Whitney memory?
Oh, I mean, I would have to say the Fanatic one, because it was just such a complete experience. But I would say after that, like, it was 6 months. If I had to pick a number 2, because everybody's seen Fanatic, but everybody didn't see the other times I got to see Whitney.
Right.
So I would say the second time was when I, manifested, and I say manifested because, like, I didn't ask anybody. I manifested an opportunity to go to the concert, go backstage, and it was delivered. I got invited backstage and everything. So when I went backstage, it was in Chicago. Remember when Whitney went on Oprah with her Dolce & Gabbana?
Yes.
Yes. And she was kicking off her her tour. At the Chicago Airy Crown Theater.
And
that's right.
Your love, yeah.
And I didn't go on the first night. I went on the second night. But I don't think, like, her publicist just gave me I didn't even know how many tickets. So if I would have known y'all could have went, because there was 3 tickets waiting for me, and I had no idea. I thought it was just one.
I would have been.
Wow.
Yeah, and there was 2 backstage passes. I didn't know that. So there was, I could have took somebody. I just went by myself. And I don't think Whitney had any idea. Like, she, the publicist did it, but Whitney didn't know nothing. So when I got back there, and I was, Bobby Christina was back there in her little Easter dress, and she looked cute. Sissy was there, all the dancers. So and they was watching the basketball game. Whitney hadn't got back there yet because she was changing from being on stage. So when she came back there, she was talking to everybody. And when she saw me, the reaction was like, she knew me, but we had never met. You know what I mean? Like, she was so happy and gave me so much love. And there was a line of photographers and people to take pictures with her from the label and different stuff like that. But when her publicist saw Whitney's reaction to me, she took me right to the front of the line, cutting all of these people. And Whitney reacted like she hadn't seen me again. And she and this is the moment she said, "This my nigga right here. This my nigga."
That Leo came out, boy.
Leo came out. I was like, did she really? Listen, it was the only time in my life that I was that happy to be called a nigga.
That term of endearment, that you talked about on your Instagram. You never been so happy to hear someone call you that your entire life.
Yes. She was hugging me and squeezing me, saying it, and she said it twice for the people in the back. Okay.
So let's talk about that voice. How was that voice that night? I'm sure it just blew you away. I know.
Oh, please. Come on. Whitney, like, if you love Whitney on record, to be able to see her in concert, it takes it to a whole nother level because, you know, she got her inflection. She bringing that gospel in there. She doing. So it's like, wow, I love the record, but this is a whole different experience to be able to hear her live. And she's absolutely, I mean, that's why she is who she is.
Right.
You know?
Right.
I mean, we just love to hear these stories. We really love it.
We love it. What are your top? I know this is going to be a difficult question, Q. You're gonna put your thinking cap on for this one. What are your top 3 favorite Whitney songs? I know it's difficult.
Well, you know what? Like, first of all, the first song is "The Greatest Love of All." Like, that's my top, top one. Shoot, number 2 and 3 depend on the day, you know.
It changes.
Like right now I'm thinking "Worth It." Like, I don't know if y'all heard "Worth It" on the "I Look to You" album. That's a cut. That's and it's like a B-side. You know, I like some of her B-sides.
Me too. I love the B-side.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go just for today. Today is gonna be "The Greatest Love of All," "Worth It," and "Where You Are."
Oh yeah.
Where You Are. That's an old cut. Is that an old cut?
Yeah, I think it's on her second album.
See, she do have a lot of cuts that people don't know about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Excellent B-side cuts that didn't really, wasn't marketed, but I love most of her B-side songs. Oh man, I love them. Oh man.
So my three favorite, probably my number 1 favorite is "You'll Never Stand Alone."
That's a great one.
You know, that has always been one of my favorites. My second favorite is "Oh Yes." Oh yeah.
All right.
Produced by Missy Elliott and
vocal arranged by Lil Mo. I just found that out.
Exactly. Yeah. I see that. Yeah, we didn't even know that.
I know. So much.
Mo was dropping that tea. Mo was dropping all the tea. So
since you went to them B-sides, one of my favorite songs, top is "Lover for Life." Oh, man.
You like that? Oh, yeah. She sang that on the only time I ever heard her singing on live was when she was in Africa and she sang it. South Africa. Yeah, "Lover for Life."
You Were Loved.
Ooh, I love that one.
That hit a little bit different. When I lost my mom a couple years back, that song right there, I can't even listen to it without crying. That's like a mother. I mean, that could be a lover, that can be a mother. You know, you lose a loved one. Oh man, you listen to them. That song is deep.
No, I know. I use it in one of my. I created like a documentary for my family, and that's one of the songs that I used. "You Were Loved." Oh, yeah, man. I love that.
I love that. So after that tour that you went to when she kicked off in Chicago, Quencie, did you go to any other tours like in 2010? The tour, because she was having her tour in 2010 too.
Okay, no, that was it. Like I've only been to a handful of concerts that span decades. So I've probably been to maybe 5-6 concerts total. So I was lucky to get to go that one.
Man, and get a whole set of singing, and she sing a whole set of songs, man. I would have just been right there and just passed out right there.
Right? I know. I mean, because listen, that stage was her ministry, and when she got that mic,
and don't forget, folks, that whole Preacher's Wife soundtrack. Oh my God, outstanding.
Yes. Isn't still? It's like the #1 gospel album ever. Like,
yeah.
Yes.
All her soundtracks did well, you know.
Yes.
From Bodyguard to Preacher's Wife to Waiting to Exhale. I still play Waiting to Exhale soundtrack. It's awesome.
That soundtrack is just stellar.
Yeah.
All those female voices, and the fact that it was, you know, her idea. I think she said Bobby said she should make it all female, but however they came to the conclusion to have Aretha and Shaka Khan on the same soundtrack, to have you know SWV and Whitney and Tony Braxton, like Brandy, Shantae, come on, like I see why it wins 7 times platinum, like it's supposed to.
That's right. Exactly.
So what are your feelings about that scary Halloween hologram that you're trying to make it seem like she looked like Whitney Houston?
Yeah, you know, I posted it on I have a Facebook page for the Love of Whitney, which, you know, for the fan documentary I did, and the response from the people was basically the same as mine. Like, what is happening? Like, why are we what are we doing here? Like, I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, I think everybody should just look at Dionne Warwick's response, and you know, we should be good.
Exactly.
You know, she old school. She keep it real. She keep
it real. And she's an entertainer. She's a performer, and she loved Whitney. So, like, you saw what her response was.
Oh yeah.
Right. Pretty straightforward. And look,
oh yeah.
All Miss Dionne had to do is just give a look, and then you know what that look say.
You know what it is.
That's what I think Wendy Williams asked Robin the same thing, and Robin did not say one word. She just looked at her, but we all know what she meant.
Yeah, we all know that look. We know that look.
Yeah, it's like, come on.
Another question for you.
Okay.
How do you feel that we could best? I mean, we all do things differently, but how do you feel we could best honor Whitney's memory? Now, first of all, I follow a lot of Whitney pages on Instagram and Facebook, and like I said, I have to go to church to stay prayed up because people come on there saying negative things, and I have to get with them. You know,
don't pull your pistol out, Mama. Okay.
what do they be saying that bothers you? Like,
okay, well, see, I'm like you, Quencie, and fine. I am going to focus on positivity. I don't focus on anything negative because if you look at my life, your life, we all doing something wrong. So people who live in glass houses should not throw stones. So they come on there talking about, well, see, you know, like when you post something with Whitney, I'll post some hearts. I'll say something. Yeah. Honey, these people, I'm calling them trolls. Because if you coming on there saying something negative, obviously you're not a fan. You need to go keep scrolling. Just coming on there, why are you saying these nice things about her? She was on drugs and she did this and she did that. And I like I said, I had to get myself together.
they say that on the fan pages. That's so crazy.
So if you don't like something, keep scrolling. Why are you on the fan page?
Yeah.
What is wrong with you? You're that miserable? I mean,
but people do. They do that.
Yeah.
And when they drop, if they, you know, because I troll the comment sections of sometimes, you know, if I miss it, I miss it. But on the Facebook page, and if they drop something, like, I just block them. I don't even, like, obviously this ain't the place for you.
So that's what I do. Yeah. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, it's like you in the wrong place. You got out of your lane.
Exactly. Why are you on this page? Right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You really was belting it out
I have an issue with that. I do. Because all you have to do, it's too easy to keep scrolling.
It is.
Quencie, did you stay the whole night at True Nightclub on February 9th?
No, like I was like, we could have probably tried to press to go in, but it was so packed up in there, you know. It was a lot of people, and it was packed with celebrities, not just, you know, people who come in to see. It was packed with a lot of hot and sweaty, but I would have loved to go in, but my only reason for being there was to say hi to Whitney, and that's what I got to do. You know, that's really why I went. I didn't go to be at the club. I went, and we weren't even supposed to. We got denied credentials. That was my first red carpet ever. Well, my first red carpet at Studio Q. I did cover one red carpet prior to that.
Wow.
But that was my very first one, and it was the only reason I was going is because when I saw Whitney's face on that flyer, I know Whitney don't play about her
presence.
Yeah, like she ain't gonna be there. You know, if her face is on there, she gonna either be there or you gonna find out before that she not gonna be there because she just don't go to clubs like that. You know what I mean? So that was
she said she didn't like going to clubs.
Yeah, she's not that person. So I was like, what? Is she gonna be? That's the only. And I interviewed everybody. Don't get me wrong, but the motivation for being there was just her.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. I literally, and this is a true story, that like I was scrolling through my phone and on February 11th, I seen the video where you was hugging her and it just really did something to me. I'm glad that she was able to, you know, hug you and embrace you and stuff. That was definitely ordained by God all day long, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Now, you know, that was God.
For real.
You know, I wasn't even supposed to be there. And then just because I called her name did not mean that she had to respond to me that way. And who knew that 2 days later she would leave the planet, you know?
Right.
So that was all God.
You know, Whitney,
very
you're
grateful.
a real one, and Whitney recognized that. Spirit to spirit. She knew that.
I appreciated it so much because, you know, by Whitney being a real one, I don't think she faked too many things, you know?
No. You know, she get with you now.
That's why when I talked to Jennifer Lewis, Jennifer Lewis said, yeah, don't mess with Whitney. Yeah, I know when to stop.
See, y'all was over there belting. Y'all was over there belting it out over there. I didn't know you sang Quencie.
Yeah, no. Listen, I'm gonna always try and have fun with these renowned singers. I'm gonna have me a moment.
So did you ever witness Whitney being a diva that she was in rare form? Like,
what do you mean? Give me
like being a diva, you know, like bossy, sassy, had to check somebody, you know.
Nah, I'm not saying that those moments didn't exist for her, but I didn't witness every time I saw her, it was nothing but love, you know. It was nothing but love. And I wasn't like around her for these marathon hours or anything like that. They were literally just slices of time. And I was just happy that there were no cameras there, but Whitney reacted to me the same way.
It was enough.
Oh, thank you.
It was enough for Whitney to know that she was loved by you.
Yeah, she was, for sure.
And that means a lot.
Yeah, and I had a hard time digesting that she wasn't just being nice. You know, I had a hard time. And her family, like when I was backstage, her cousin Lori, who I'm friends with on Facebook, she was like, she's like, you know, that picture that you sent to Whitney, I sent Whitney after the interview, I sent her a picture with a frame, and the frame at the top said friends. And she's like, you know that picture that she's like, you know that picture that you sent with you and her sitting and it had friends. I was like, yeah. She's like, she has that in her living room. I said, what? Oh, lying. Wow. She's like, I said, you lying. She's like, why I got to lie to you? I said, oh, you're right. So, you know, having moments like that with people, it confirmed that she wasn't just being nice. There was a connection. Yeah.
Oh my God. Have you ever been to her home? No.
Huh?
Have you ever been to Whitney's home?
No, but she did call me once. I had I sent her a card and I sent her a birthday gift but the card wasn't a birthday card. It was like one of those cards where it has cursive writing. It's like, you know, I know you're going through it, but I know that you're strong, like an encouragement kind of card. And I just put happy birthday inside of it. And then I said, you know, I'd love to hear from you. And then I put my phone number. Do you know, like within 2 weeks, she called me. I wasn't here. My sister I had to do a live with my sister because for a year prior to that, I told my sister, I was like, now, one of these days, when you go call me, you're going to answer the phone. I want you to be prepared. And she was like, yeah, okay. And lo and behold, she did call me. And out of all the people who could have answered that phone that day, it was my sister. And she got on, and Whitney was like, is Quencie there? And she said she's not here. She's like, well, tell her, I want you to tell her, like, you know, Whitney called. And my sister was like, Whitney, whoever this is playing on the phone, my sister don't play when it comes to Whitney. And Whitney laughed.
Right.
And when my sister said she laughed, she caught her voice and she was like, oh my God, I'm sorry. And Whitney left a phone number for me to call her back. And I did. When I called her back, she was taking a nap. I heard Bobby Christina, cousin Lori answered the phone. And I really never used that number because I was kind of starstruck and I didn't know.
Yeah.
But she not only called me, she left me a number to get back with her. And her cousin
Whitney
was
will
like,
pull up on you. She will pull up on you.
She pulled up on Monica, and her cousin's like, you can call anytime. She loves you. And so I never abused it though.
Oh my God.
I'm glad. Yeah. I mean, I'm glad everything happened. It was ordained how it was supposed to be.
Right.
You made that impact on her life, Quencie, and a lot of other people's lives. What's up, Mackie? Thank you for coming in. So, I mean, like I said, we just appreciate everything you did for her. And
it was an honor.
We do.
It was an honor. Like,
Another question for you.
Okay.
I want to know your very favorite piece of Whitney memorabilia, because I know you have. I come to your lives. We both come to your lives.
Thank you guys too. I appreciate that support.
We see some of the stuff in the background.
Problem.
What's your absolute favorite?
Y'all know I ain't got a lot of stuff.
I see some of your things in the background when you do your lives.
Yeah, you know what? It's probably the album. The first album that I took, and I was like, showing it to her.
Bam, that you said.
Yeah, bam, yeah. Because she saw, I had that album on my wall prior to meeting her, and I would visualize it being signed. And so the fact that it's signed and it says, her autograph says, "I love you, friend," I think that's probably like my favorite. I mean, I do got a big old picture of me and her, but the fact that she wrote, "I love you, friend,"
Yeah, that means a lot. Wow.
Yeah, so I would say that the album, because I looked at it first. It took a long time to really believe what you're saying, because she's a huge star, and so I just really thought like she's met thousands of people who love her like I do. Right. And she was just being nice to me, and I was happy. Don't get me wrong, I was happy. I was happy to get the niceness. But,
very much so.
Yeah, very much so. I'm not saying, I was happy to get it.
But you were starstruck.
I was starstruck. Yeah, like I guess what I'm trying to say is I really could have probably been friends with Whitney if I wasn't so starstruck. But I just was. I just couldn't help it.
Even to the last days. Even to the last days, she was like, "Oh my God, Whitney." On the red carpet.
Yeah, she's like talking. She be talking. I seen her at the the Beverly Hilton Hotel. She talked to me normal, because what she saw on the show, that was the real me. But I prayed really hard to show up as the real me. And when I left that, I fell apart. Because if I really just would have did what I felt, man, I fell apart. I got a big old cold sore on my. I had so much stress, and people like, "Oh, you don't look nervous." I didn't, but I was. I can't tell y'all how.
Sticking in your boots, boy.
Oh my God, my mouth was dry. I don't know. Like when I saw that interview, I was seeing it for the first time too, even though I had experienced it. Like I couldn't believe I was yelling at her the greatest love. I was like, no, I didn't. I had detached from reality. I didn't remember none of that. I was like, oh my God, look at me. Right. So I was just happy that the me that she saw, she liked, because the first thing my old basketball coach said after the interview, he was like, you gave her you showed up as you. That's who you are. I was like, he said, you didn't try to put on no fancy airs for her. You just was Quencie. And that meant a lot to me, because that's what I prayed for. Because I'm like, if Whitney's going to like me, I want Whitney to like the real me,
The real you,
right.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly. Wow. What advice, Quencie, would you offer like content creators like myself or other content creators on how to strengthen their platform and become, bigger?
I would say just show up every day. Show up every day. Of course, like, because I'm working on it too every day.
Right.
Even if you say, okay, these 2 days I'm not going to show up, but the days that you commit to showing up, show up and push out content. That's really it. Like being consistent, connecting with people. Right. Like how you and Lynn do your lives and you talk to the people in the comments. I have a hard time doing that when I'm interviewing people because I'm so focused on the guest. But just the fact that when you guys go live by yourselves and you communicating, with the people, like connection is everything. Giving people something of value.
Oh my God.
Right.
But showing up, and you guys show up, and so just keep doing what you're doing, and give more of it. There's Gary V. Whenever I need some tips or tricks or inspiration, I go to Gary V, because he's a social media king.
I gotta go check him out.
Check him out. Like, and look, he got a lot of older stuff, and it's just basically like things that you can do to connect with people. And he's like, one of the things his Gary V, GaryVee.
What's his name, Q?
Gary V, GaryVee.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I used to like watch a lot of his videos because he was about like the thank you economy, thanking people for showing up. He's like, people want more followers and they don't even appreciate the ones they already got.
That's true. You better
know what I'm saying?
You have to say please and thank you. That goes a long way. I mean, please and thank you. Being nice, it don't cost anything.
It doesn't. And so I would just say showing up, being consistent, knowing people know, like when you say you're gonna be there at 3 and you show up at 3, boom. That's what it's about.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. That's right, Q. And see, it's kind of difficult now. I can't, I wish I could put out more content, but you know how it is. You working a full-time job. I told you I teach honors biotechnology. So, But I only owe the state of North Carolina 7 more years of my life, and then I can really push out.
There you go. So, but my thing is just push, just come up with the 1 day a week, the 2 days a week that you do it, and just make those be the NBA finals. You know what I'm saying? The NBA finals every week. Whenever you can. I'm not saying do it every day if you can't, but when you say Tuesday and Thursday, I'm going hard. But every Tuesday and Thursday, go hard. That's all I'm saying.
Now, when everything happened, Quencie,
we trying to go as hard as we can. We trying to,
y'all doing it. What you mean trying? Y'all doing it. Y'all doing it.
We took a lot of practice. It was a lot of practice. Don't get it twisted now.
Of course.
Hey, we watching you. Hey, we watching you. We striving to be good like you, because you up there, sister girl. And we support you.
Oh, please. I'm trying to grow my audience and connect. Because I was just a consumer mostly, you know what I mean? Like, this is probably from 2020 to 2021 is probably the most connection I've had with Whitney fans. When I went live on Whitney's birthday for that was the first time I've been live on Instagram ever, was last year.
Oh, I was there. I remember.
Yeah. I appreciate you being there. And so from that day on, that's when I start connecting, But prior to that, I would post and go. I wouldn't. Like, you have to be invested in your community. And so I've learned and grown in that kind of way.
Right.
After everything happened, Quencie, did you like have an open dialogue with Bobby Christina? Were you guys cool? Like everything happened?
You know what? Like I never really like knew Bobby Christina. Like I met her, like I said, I saw her backstage that one time in Chicago. When I called Whitney, she had answered the phone one time. When Whitney went to one of the Clive Davis pre-Grammy parties, Bobby Christina was there. I think that was the year that they had on those black dresses. I got a chance to take a picture, but that's it. Like I never had a full conversation. Like I just, she was with her mom, or I got a picture with her. So I don't have any. Other than just knowing that she was Whitney's greatest love of all, like I know she love her, and but I never. I just had one picture with her. I think that was it.
Oh wow! Question for you, and we of course we all do this. It's part of the human element. If you could go back in time, when you saw Whitney 2 days before she passed, if you could go back in time. What would be your last words to Whitney?
Well, I don't know if she heard me, but I actually said it. I actually said it to her because I heard myself say it, and it was, "I love you."
You said it. I heard it.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know if she got it, but that was because there's no other thing bigger that I would ever want to say to her, ever was, was I love her.
Yeah.
So I love you.
And she
That was
needed
why
to
I was
hear
there.
that.
Mm.
She definitely needed to hear.
It's so disheartening to find out that she didn't get what she needed, because the way it was presented, it just felt like she was surrounded by love, you know?
Right. That's how it was presented. But of course, we all know, you know, the true situation that was at hand.
Right.
That's what I told you, girl. Oh man, I cried reading Robin's book. Oh my God, you just don't know. Woo! Every emotion, you know, in the spectrum, I experienced it. But crying was, I mean, I lost it.
Auntie got
just
upset.
hearing, you know, we think of these big stars and they have all this, they're famous and they're surrounded by people that you think, you know, love them. And then when you find out, you know, things aren't as they seem, it's disheartening. It is.
Yeah.
That's why if you think about it, as Fine said, God had you there at different intervals in her life. You were saying what she needed to hear. And it was real.
Yes.
So God used you to touch her heart, you see.
Wow. And you know, you be thinking it's all about you.
Right.
God said, I got bigger plans.
You think it's all about you, and God using you to bless someone else's heart.
Amen. You know? Drop that knowledge on Sunday. Come on, Lynn.
I swear she dropping it. She's dropping it, ain't she? But don't mess with her Whitney, boy. She'll beat somebody up.
Yeah,
but
you
know I'll fight. I got them hands just like
I love that though, because that's what she needed. Like she needed that kind of love, and I just wish, like, you know how when Aaliyah passed away, like rest in peace, Aaliyah. How her connection to Timbaland and Missy Elliott, like how they created like those songs for her.
Alliance.
Where is Whitney's tribute songs? Where's Whitney's tributes?
Right, exactly.
Like I was looking for, like, you know, some actual songs. Like I thought by now we'd have 2 or 3 songs of maybe Brandy and Monica coming together, maybe Toni Braxton doing something, Mary J. Blige, you know what I'm saying, or Babyface coordinating,
or Shaka,
somebody like. And I'm just like, wow, because she was so instrumental. Maybe it's not been long enough, I don't know, but with Aaliyah, you see, they put out something, you know, quick.
Yeah, and and
Biggie,
Notorious B.I.G.
Yes.
Yeah, everybody else got the tribute song. I see what you're saying.
Like, come on, BB Winans, can't y'all write something?
Come on, hey, come on with it.
You know, and the fact that BB Winans did his whole book, when he did his book, I felt like, okay, he definitely given Whitney that tribute like she deserves.
Yeah.
I seen Cece, she made a statement on, that's all I heard her say that's about it. But I felt like management should have came out with that tribute to Whitney. Her management should have came out with that tribute.
Yeah.
It did not.
Instead of everyone just trying to make money off of her. You know, that's the case. Everybody trying to make money, but no, where's the tribute? You're right, Q.
Yeah.
You're right.
I mean, she just inspired.
You know,
she inspired, like, you know, you got your categories, like, you know, Aretha Franklin, like, she's the queen of soul, inspired a whole generation. Whitney Houston, you know, inspired a whole, like, they can't even be compared. They're like their own separate categories. So I'm just like, if you inspired a whole generation of singers, people, Whitney is the standard. You know, before Whitney Aretha was the standard.
Oh yeah.
Where's the song? Ain't nobody gonna write nothing. Ain't nobody gonna come together in the studio and virtually collaborate and sing. So that's the disappointment that I had. She's, you know, like, I want to see like so much greatness, because she just wasn't a great singer. Like, she was a decent human being. Like, she was a great human being too. So
but they don't talk about that. They don't talk about, you know, the disadvantaged people that she helped. They don't talk about any of the good things that she did, because it doesn't sell newspapers. Now, I'm aging myself a bit, Q.
It's okay.
I think I told you. I think I'm older than both of you. Now,
it's all
when
good.
I was in high school,
that's all good.
That's when Whitney blew up. Now, I was listening to rap too, but my mom, I showed them to, my mom had Whitney's albums and cassette. I still have them. So
wow.
That's why I was exposed to Whitney Houston, because my mother was listening to.
Wow. Your mama had good taste.
She didn't
I
have
swear.
to take her clothes off. All she had to do was open her mouth. Different
Come on
day,
now.
right?
Come on
Okay,
now.
don't make me start preaching again. Okay.
Listen.
All right, it's Sunday now. It's Sunday. Come on with it. Come on with it.
I
Quencie,
just love the love. Like I said, I grew up very lonely. The fan club member, president. That's it. It was just me. So to connect with, because of the internet, to connect with so many other people from everywhere who love her like you two do is a real gift, you know.
I mean, I was really pulling for her. I was
love
pulling
grew
for her.
even more. Again, my love grew even more once I read Robin's book, because now you guys got to remember, when she started in the mid 80s, I was in high school. There was no internet, you know, so everything you learned about celebrities, while you were standing in the grocery store, there were these little trash. There was the Inquirer and Star and Glow, you know, so you'd see these pictures and have these stories, but that's all you had. You know, then you know, late 80s, a couple of shows started coming out talking about celebrities, but that's all we had.
Yep.
You know, and I didn't believe any of it. And then, like I said, I read Robin's book. I was like, okay.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, like I told Fine, you know, because we talk all the time. She didn't have anybody. You know?
A lot of people portraying, you know,
it's
but
sad.
You know.
Yeah, it
great
is.
Hotel.
It is. And
give so much.
To give so much.
Give
I think
so
that's
much
the thing.
of yourself and not get anything back in return.
Yeah.
That hurts.
Yeah.
You can see on the Oprah interview
and I
that
think she,
Whitney,
you know, I told Fine, if you look at,
you could see on that Whitney interview that Whitney needed something, you know.
If you look at the I often said that Quencie, I talked to Fine. I said she passed in February of 2012. I said, but she passed way before that. Just, you know, from a broken heart. Just you know, you know, like I said, if you look at everything, the ways that people were treating her, that bright light in her eyes was gone. Life had just beaten her down. And you're surrounded by a bunch of people, and everyone is like a leech, just taking from you. Take. Who's giving? Who fed her? Who fed her soul, her spirit? You know?
She really missed Bobby, and I think
she passed before February of 2012.
She missed Bobby, and I think that she wanted to be back with Bobby. That's what I feel.
Yeah. She just, it's life, you know, it was just so much. And it was so unfair. Like I said, she gave so much, but all people could do was say negative things about her. You know, and you know, that's why I think people don't interviewing style.
Oh, thank you. Well, I think people don't understand like how much she cried and how much all those things hurt her.
Yeah.
Right, because she's a big star. She should be able to take it, right? No, she's a human being.
Human being. She said all she wanted to do was just sing.
And that she did, but it came with a whole bunch of other stuff.
Yeah.
It came with a terrible price that she had to pay. And I think she just, like I said, even with that Look to You album, beautiful album, just looking at her face, Fine, I told you this, looking at that video, looking at the album, she was just gone. She was here physically, but she wasn't. She was gone. You know, she was existing. I think she just got tired. Enough is enough. You know?
I can definitely feel that she was tired.
Yeah, most definitely. She was tired.
All that crap she had to put up with. Oh my God. And like I said, Whitney was no fool. She was surrounded by people. She knew what time it was. Come on.
She did.
But I think she just felt helpless. She was just beaten down by life. But she was very intelligent. She knew. Whitney could pick up. She knew if you meant her harm or good. She knew what was up.
And I think also because of the space that she held, I mean, where was the camaraderie? Who else did what she did in this life? Like, who else? Like, nobody else broke she didn't have a girlfriend who'd be like, man, what was it like when you broke the records for the Beatles?
Right, exactly.
She could lift people up, but she didn't have anybody like on her level. I think
The level,
to just have camaraderie with, to talk about, you
she
know,
was
even
she was in her own stratosphere.
yes,
You know.
yes.
So,
And that must have been very lonely, you know.
Faith Evans said it best.
That often. She said
Whitney,
her mother told her in this field of work, this business, you're going to be lonely a lot, and that's exactly what happened to her.
But to be so successful too, on top of it, it was even, you know, because just being on the road and stuff, you could be lonely. But I'm talking about her being in her own stratosphere. Like there was nobody to talk about the things that she was probably going. I mean, probably aside from Michael Jackson, that's the only other person I could see. You know, and he ain't a woman. You know what I'm saying? He's not no girlfriend.
Right. So only
but
so
the
much
stardom level, her and Michael was like neck and neck.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the only person I could see that she could relate to when it came to that, where people just falling out to meet you and all of that kind of stuff.
I have a question for you, Q. Do you think we know Robin and of course Sylvia, they loved her immensely.
Okay.
Do you think if some kind of way, if she could have gotten back together with those two people who really loved her, who really cared for her, do you think the outcome would have been different?
Yeah. Any little thing that you change about your life is going to create a different, outcome. Even if it's, 10% it's still going to be different. Even if the idea that these two people, like really looked out for her best interest according to what she liked, what she wanted. I mean, by reading Robin's book, the things that they did, like Sylvia was taking care, like giving her pedicures, giving her, like she was doing,
giving her
foot massages. Yes, making sure her stuff was packed. Like these things didn't just help her make life go smoothly. They probably helped her mental health as well.
Mentally, psychologically.
Right.
Yeah, just knowing that, okay, I can depend on them to take care of the stuff I forget, the stuff I remember, the stuff I don't want to deal with, all of that. So you can't tell me that if she wouldn't have reconnected with them in a profound way, that it wouldn't have filled something in her that was empty.
Did you have a favorite movie by Whitney?
Robin left, she just went down.
My favorite movie, I guess The Waiting to Exhale. She's Waiting to Exhale. Yeah, I like Bodyguard too. I mean, she got 3. Like I like all of them, but Waiting to Exhale.
I love them all. My favorite is Preacher's Wife. Woo!
Is it okay? Yes, it's so sweet.
I guess that sound, especially then Denzel's in there. Come on now.
I know. If she's gonna leave the pastor for anybody, let it be Denzel, the angel.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, sister.
I'm gonna play with y'all. I'm not gonna play with y'all. Rolynn, don't start now. Don't start.
What keeps you two still so connected to Whitney and her legacy?
I'll let Rolynn answer that, and then I'll answer it.
Okay. Well, for me, again, I'm older than both of you. So looking at the entertainers that we have today, all they're doing is taking their clothes off. They have no real talent. So that's why they have to sing these songs about what they can do. And again, stripping. So again, all Whitney had to do was open her mouth. And again, after reading Robin's book and finding out all these things that were going on, I just felt like, wow, wish I had known or wish I could have done something. It's just a heart-wrenching story. And if you look to me, in the 80s is when she was her happiest. But when she did The Bodyguard and she blew up, it's like, oh man. That's when everything started hitting. But that's what I feel. That's why, like I said, my mom loved her. I still have my mom's albums and cassettes. Because that was all we had during that time, albums and cassettes.
Right.
And again, once I read the book, I was just like, oh my God. I just changed completely. compared to looking at what we have today. Oh yeah,
right.
we got to support her. We have to.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that's how I feel.
I still felt connected to
Fine.
Whitney because I just first of all, I loved her talent, her voice. It was just amazing, you know, that voice. And I was still connected to her because after everything happened, I was working at Northwestern Hospital and they brought Bobby Christina up there when everything happened. So I saw Bobby Christina and I saw the management team there too. So I went in protective mode immediately, like for Whitney, to find out, okay, who was all these people around Bobby Christina? Do they mean her well? Do they mean her good? You know, and I was able to feel energies out and see that no, it wasn't really no good people around. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Besides Bobby and, you know, everybody else.
Yep.
But
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I just still always felt
Right.
connected to Whitney. And I was pulling for her always. I was pulling for her and I wanted her to come out of whatever she was dealing with, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because I knew she was going to be great again.
Definitely.
I knew, boy, she was going to get that voice, the vocal power back. And, you know, when she came out with I Look to You, I was so happy. You know, she came back and hit us with another album. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, they had written her off and she came back. That's it.
She sure did.
Just to shut people down and let you know, like, look, I'm still here, you know.
That's right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, you know, we have to continue to uplift her legacy again, because the negative people, of course, who want views and clicks, they're going to continue, you know, with their spiel on her life. So it's going to take people like us to continue, you know, to share the positive things about her life. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm all about. I told you, I don't do negativity.
Yes.
No. Life is too short.
Yeah, and it's
But
enough
for the grace
already
of
out
God.
there. It's
Yeah,
enough
yeah.
of it. It's enough of it already out there.
Yeah, we don't need any. There's enough. We don't need any more. So,
Right.
and I get, like I said, I get angry. You know, you didn't know her personally, but you up here saying all these things, you know, on social media.
Yeah,
You know, negative
don't
things.
be throwing no
And again,
shots
if we
at
look
Whitney.
into your life, your life is jacked up. You know,
Right.
Because my auntie like to
Don't get me
fight. My
started.
auntie Rolynn, she'll fight somebody over her Whitney. Boy.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, I have to throw those hands.
Come on now.
Hey, I have to. Hey.
And see,
That's
I
not
just
right.
feel that
That's not right what they're doing.
I just feel that Whitney would love that. Like she loved people being down for her in that way. I love it.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly, you know, I feel, you know, she, you know, God, she was a gift from God, and you know, that's my, you know, feeling, and she did what she could, but you know, any of us, but for the grace of God, if we had gone through the things that woman had to go through.
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
If you put yourself in someone else's shoes, okay, half of these people will stop talking. Okay.
Yeah. Preach.
Okay.
Don Rashad said, I love you, Quencie.
Yes.
What you say?
Love
Don
you.
Rashad says, we love you, Quencie.
Oh, love you back. Love you back in my Whitney voice.
Hey. And we're going
did that
to continue
Whitney
to support you. I got my mug, my Q mug.
Yay!
I need to get my t-shirt. That's the next thing.
Yay!
And I'm gonna get all my stuff too, Quencie. So just
it's all good.
Whatever we can do.
I only promote when there's a percentage off. Whatever. I only promote when it's 20% or whatever it is off. It's the only time you'll see me talking about it. So I'm like, if you're gonna do it, let's get a percent off. Let's get a discount.
That's
yes,
right.
we have put all of Quencie's merch in the description.
Oh,
yeah, we got it
and
up in the
stuff like
description.
that.
It's in the description box.
Y'all so nice. Thank you.
So you can get some more.
The chat alone is enough.
It's all about support.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
And we love you. We thank you. We're not gonna hold too much of your time. So you finish enjoying the rest of your evening. If you had any more questions for us, just let us know. We can answer those right now or whatever. But we thank you.
Well, listen, this has been quite an honor. I see you guys online all the time. I appreciate the love, the support, the positive energy. Oh, she can't hear us?
Who?
Lynn, she can't hear us?
Lynn
I
can.
got you.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
awesome.
I'm here.
Okay, I just want to thank you guys just for wanting to, exchange that love for Whitney and pushing up my interviews. And Lynn, I see you all over the place. Thank you so much. Thank you, Antoine, for just
Hey,
inviting me on
I
here.
got you.
I see you got me. I just want to tell you how much I appreciate it. Thank you so much all the time.
We gonna make
No
this is not
problem.
gonna be the last time we hear from you, Quencie. You in my neck of the woods, okay? We gonna do a collab too.
Yes. And I'm vaccinated, so yes.
Okay, okay. Yeah, right,
Anytime you're
exactly.
having anything, Quencie, reach out to us. Let us
Okay.
know. We'll, get the word out.
All right.
One more question for you. I had to ask: are there any celebrities that are real easygoing? That, like, if we emailed them, we would actually get an email back?
Okay. Let's see.
Anyone that you would suggest?
Let's see. It's
some people you reach out and they're like,
No, I know. And Chastity, who I'm cool with on Instagram, she has her Midnight Love R&B channel. And my advice in getting interviews is like make you a list and DM them on social media. And if you don't hear back, go to the next one. Go to the next one. Every single interview that I've gotten, in my opinion, has been a miracle because like I really do not have any connections. And I did that whole fan documentary on Whitney. I think I did like maybe 20 original interviews. But do you know I did not even tell anybody my story about meeting Whitney, being the fan that was chosen on MTV. I don't know what was wrong with me because it probably would have made my journey a lot easier.
But that documentary you did was awesome.
Thank you so much. And I didn't even I was trying to get Brandy. I was trying to get Stevie Wonder. I was trying to, but I never said, hey, my name is Quencie. I interviewed Whitney. I'm a big, when I'm interviewing them, I'll ask them a Whitney question. It didn't even occur to me. But just for you in terms of reaching out to people, I really don't, I don't know who is cool and who's not because that can change every day, But what I will say is make you a healthy list. Don't have just 5 people. Make you a list of 15, 20 people that you really would like to talk to, and reach out to them via social media and email. Look and see if they have a publicist, or a manager, and try to reach out to those people. Because I got an interview with Sheila E. at a Rochelle Farrell concert. I walked up to Sheila E. in the audience. I was like, oh my gosh, can I do a podcast? I was surprised she said yes, and then surprised that she actually did it. So every interview that I've gotten has been, all kinds of ways. But Layla Hathaway and Eric Benet, that was just straight email, just finding out who their publicist is and their Little Mo. I was like, oh, I really like this song. Reached out to, in their Instagram bios, they might have, the email of how to get their bookings. Just send it. But what I say is don't just pick 2 people that you really want. And then if they don't get back with you, you are bummed out. No, make you a list of 15, 20. Because I bet you at least 2 or 3 people from that list that you come up with. And make sure it's people that you really want to talk to. Because otherwise, why are you doing it? Not just so somebody can say yes. Somebody that you really want to talk to. 15, 20 people. I promise you probably going to get at least 2 or 3 responses, But you got,
I'm trying to get I got a list.
Yeah, do a list. But to me,
Quencie,
social media is the easiest way.
I reached out to Shantae Moore because I'm such a huge fan. And, I was speaking with her booking agent. So I was trying to book her or whatever. She did start trying to act like Whitney Houston a little bit. So I had to say,
what way? Because there's only one Whitney Houston. So.
I mean, she was just above any YouTube channel or Finest Wine, anything. She didn't want no part of it. I was like, okay, well, you know what? The only person I'm gonna go hard for is Whitney. So when you become her, but I still love Shantae Moore. I hope you hear me. I love you, Shantae.
You said, girl, bye.
I did because I ain't got time. You ain't no Whitney.
But listen, there's a lot of people who will try to kick that back to you. That's why I say have a long list, because don't get caught up with that one person. I mean, I had to tell myself too that nobody, I don't care who I interview. I don't care who And we talking Oprah Winfrey. I don't care who it is. They're not Whitney Houston to me.
Right. Exactly.
So
that's right. That's right.
So, I got, I keep that in mind. So like, you can't, like, don't let people hurt your feelings. Like, don't,
Right.
keep it moving. Go to the next one. If they're not, because there's too many, like Issa Rae, she had a Stanford degree from Stanford, and she started out on YouTube. Now look at her. She did a $45 million deal with HBO. Like, come on now. Or with Warner Media. Like, $5 million. Wow. Yes, she did a multi-million deal where she's going to produce, upcoming projects for HBO. Like, she's going to be in the voice of a character in a new Spider-Man cartoon, something. Wow. Like, I'm just saying, like, her show that she created has been on HBO for what? It's going to be like five seasons. Like, it's just ending now. So I'm just saying, like, you cannot let people tell you about YouTube or anything. People have blown up everywhere. The great thing about the internet is it took out the middleman. So it's all about your audience, and what you're trying to achieve and give to your audience. So come up with more than Shantae Moore. I've interviewed Shantae Moore a couple times. Okay. And but I was on the red carpet, so maybe that's why, it wasn't. Yeah. So maybe it was a difference. But you just have to remember, people are people.
That's right.
They're gonna, like, you don't know how they're gonna be until you start dealing with them. And then when you start dealing with them, they can be either fantabulous or not.
But she sent me a beautiful video and, said my name and everything. I almost passed.
Oh, so you didn't add that part. That was nice. She's not doing that for everybody.
I almost passed out. So I thought.
You know what? You needed to start with that. I wouldn't have to say all of that. You needed to start off with that. That's awesome. She ain't doing that for everybody.
Yeah.
Right.
I needed more. I want to see her face. I want to,
Yeah, I know what you wanted, but I'm saying you didn't walk away empty-handed.
I was mad. Shoot. I was mad in my feelings for real.
Yeah. Well, I hope that you do get that interview. And that's what you also have to know, is that there's so many, like, I was trying so hard to get to interview Brandy because she's the most famous Whitney fan. That's and I definitely wanted to get her. Could not, I had her manager's number, call, could not break anything. Then I just randomly go to a red carpet
and see her on there.
Yeah, and talk to her. Like, it was like, what?
Just as down as earth as ever. I know.
Exactly. And I was like, hey, I've been trying to get in touch. She was like, who was you trying? Was you Ryan or, But I'm just saying, like, you think that, I want to get this person. You're not able to get this person. And you look up and a year go by or 6 months, or you'll be in a completely different space and there'll be Shantae Moore right there. You see what I'm saying?
Right. You never know.
So don't ever write it off, is what I'm saying.
I never will. I love me some Shantae Moore.
Yeah. Yes. I didn't know she just sang your name in a video. What?
Sure did. Said my cooking channel name and my name.
Now, why did she do that? If she didn't
first and last name.
But why did she do that if she wasn't, like, I'm trying to understand what she do that
for? There's something that you can order, and I ordered, I think it's called a Shantae Gram or whatever.
Oh, Shantae Gram.
You got to pay for it, of course.
Is it on Cameo?
I believe so. Something similar to Cameo.
Okay, gotcha. Nice.
So, but when she sent the video, I almost passed out. Like,
you see, I have all those people doing drops for me. Can you say your name and you watching studio? Yeah. Thank you.
I mean, you got some awesome celebrities on your channel, Quencie.
Yes, Lord.
You
Thank you.
For one of them interviews, I'll just be right there. I'll be like, look, Quencie, this is my best friend right here. This is my best friend.
I was really trying to get as much content as I possibly could, because I could just imagine somebody saying if I wanted somebody to help me get a show with her, well, why don't you go out there and get some content? I didn't want nobody to have nothing to say to me. And so, and you know what you learn, what I learned being out in LA is that it's not as big as you think. Like I thought Hollywood was so big. It's not that big. Like and black Hollywood, what I mean is like, you know how you have churches, like my mom always like everything is a church function, but like you know how when you have churches and maybe you might have a revival or maybe several churches that get together and you'll come to know these people at that church. Oh, she go to St. Baptist and she go, like you see people over and over again. That's Black Hollywood. I can't tell you how many red carpets I've done because there's only a handful of major stars like the Oprah, the Denzel, the Viola Davis, the Angela Bassett. That's only like 10 people, you know, but everybody else is under the B, C, D level, you know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And so I can't tell you how many times I saw the same people at every event, you know? Like, and you like, so if you are good at what you do or you are, you know, intentional, like, hey, I'm going to be doing this. I'm going to go to everything I can. They're going to start to know who you are.
They're going to
know. Because it's not a lot of people doing it. There's not a lot of people asking questions and there's not a lot of people being asked. It's Black Hollywood. Like we are a minority. You know, I was like, wow, we really are a minority. Look at this. Like, I didn't see this person 15 times, you know? So I did not, you would think Hollywood is so big and Black Hollywood is, but it's really not. It's small. And so you can make, just, all I say is just keep at it fine, you know?
Right.
I don't know if I should call you, I'd call you Antoine, but she called you Fine. So
I prefer Fine as Wine. I prefer Fine as Wine. Just saying. Yes.
I love it. You guys have been awesome. I really.
You too. Hey, you keep doing what you're doing. And again, I said, anytime you have something going on, you reach out to us and let us know. We will help to get the word out.
Thank you.
Love your work. Love what you're doing.
Thank you.
We'll keep you lifted up in prayer.
Thank you. Best part.
We love you. That's all I can.
Hey, and I love you guys back. I love you guys.
Thank you for being here. We love you, Quencie. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
If you need anything, reach out.
My pleasure, man. My pleasure.
May God continue to bless you and your work.
Thank you, Lynn, and likewise to both of you. I'm looking forward to seeing what y'all got coming down this 2021 pipeline. Come on now.
We working on it, girl.
I know y'all.
All right,
listen, y'all have a great Sunday.
You too. Love you.
Okay.
Love you too.
Good night, everybody. Love y'all. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.